trying to turn the light on. There we go. Hello. This is really spontaneous. I wasn't sure what time I was going to come on live. So for those of you watching the replay, say hello. Let me know that you're watching, and this could be up on YouTube. So hello to all the people who watch me on YouTube. And if you are on Facebook, if you're also on Facebook, come and join my Facebook community, Women Creating Healthy Lives, as that's where I do the most videos and do the most posting, recipe videos, show you what I'm making. I do tips, inspiration, and things like that. And I answer your questions, and I also take requests for video topics. Hi, those who are joining, say hello. Tonight I'm talking a little bit about exercise. Someone requested that topic, but I'm not able to talk about all the topics. Let me just read what she said. I am a personal trainer also. So I was a personal trainer for a few years. I've been working out. I was a gym rat since the age of, I started work, go back. I started, one of my first jobs was working at a fitness center. It was the first fitness center in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. First co-ed for sure. There was really only racquetball courts. So this was in the 70s, people, in the 1970s. There was not even gym wear. Girls did not even have sweats at that time. So I started at a fitness center at the age of 16. And so I basically started at 16. Then at the age of 19, I started working out with weights. And I became very big and muscular. That's what I wanted. I never did compete. I didn't want to compete. I had no interest in competing and no interest in that crazy diet they had to do. So I was completely passionate about working out. And I had my daughter, and I was a single mom. So I stayed in my office job for years and years and years. And then when she grew up, I decided that I wanted to do what I loved. And that was become a personal trainer. So I'd been working out in a gym. And that was in my mid to late 30s. I became a personal trainer. Okay. And then I became a yoga instructor too. So I worked at a one-on-one personal training studio and got extra training from the owner because he wanted us. We had to go in every Saturday at 7 a.m. before we were even considered to work for him. And he wanted to train us really specifically. We had to learn anatomy. I became a post-rehab conditioning specialist. We had to really learn. So I was so lucky to get extra training in personal training, far more than I ever learned as a personal trainer, going to taking the classes. So I really got immersed in it fully and learned about the human body. And more so, one thing I have to say about working out, and I see so many mistakes in the gym that just make me cringe all the time. Okay. So this is a good topic. I want to talk about some of the bad things I see at the gym, women do and or people do. So one thing as a training for a personal trainer, it's like, you guys, they get barely any training. I'm just going to say it right now. Barely any training. So when I went to work for this guy, his name's David Jokes, and he taught us all this extra stuff. I was like, oh my God, how can we be put with clients if we don't know any of this stuff, right? So he had a one-on-one small personal training studio. It was more expensive, so people would go there and hire us as a one-on-one trainer. And so, of course, we had to have this level of knowledge and working with people and getting results and stuff. So thank God I learned all that. But one thing was that when you are working out, you want to feel the muscles that you are using. Hi, everyone who's jumping on. You want to feel the muscles that you are using. So what I see lots of times is people flailing around these super light weights, not even knowing what they're doing. They're not even working specific muscle groups. So here's the thing. You will not get specific muscle groups toned and then you need to build muscle to get shape, right? If you're just moving your arms around with light weights, they're not making a difference. They're not making a difference at all, right? So if a 2-pounder, throw away the 2-pounders. The only way you could do a 2-pounder is if you're doing flies or rotator cuff exercises, something like that. Anyways, so what is when you are working when you are doing an exercise, you must know what muscle you are working when you're doing that exercise. And then the focus is on contracting that muscle. Okay. So when you're doing your bicep, you keep your curl, let's say. I didn't plan to do this, but it's kind of interesting. You keep your arms straight, and this is the muscle you're working. Well, there's two bicep muscles, but anyways, and you curl. You don't go like this, right? That's what I see so much of. Keep your arms straight and you curl and you contract that muscle. You squeeze it. You want to feel the muscle working when you're working out, okay? So those are the types of things that are really, really important. Otherwise, you're wasting a huge amount of time and you're not going to get results. Same with when you're doing your butt exercises, lunges, squats. You got to know what muscles you're using and contract them, feel them as you're working, focus on them. Anyways, that was kind of a crazy thing that I got into. But we really learned a lot. And so then, of course, when I was working with you got results because you actually were working the proper muscles and therefore getting big results quite fast. And also going with weights that made a difference. You really felt the workout, right? It's like, ooh, this is tough. By the time you hit 12 reps, it's tough, really tough. That's when you're going to tone and shape your body. Okay. If you don't feel them, if you can do 20 to 30, forget it. Wasting time. I don't even know if you'll maintain. If you hit at so you begin to lose muscle mass at the age of 30, very, very young. If you are not working out with weights or body weight, like push-ups, lunges, things like that, right? So if you have not done strength training, when you get to your 50s, you would have lost a lot of muscle mass already. And so then you've got to build that up. But it's not impossible. You can build muscle mass at any age. Doesn't matter. So the best thing is if you don't want to go into the gym, you can do things like push-ups and lunges and squats and different types of yoga moves, right, that are based a lot on strength and stabilization. And another thing about exercise, you want to build your stabilizing muscles. So which are your core muscles, your back muscles, your ankles, your wrists, right? So ligaments and tendons strengthen slower than the big muscles. And so if you go right into a hard exercise or a boot camp without prior training, stabilization, micro movements and stuff, that's when people wreck their knees, twist their ankle, hurt their shoulder, because all the smaller stabilizing muscles are not getting strengthened. Okay, so Pilates is a really good one. Yoga is a really good one to strengthen those stabilizing muscles. But when you do yoga, you must do it properly, or again, you're not doing anything. The big muscles will take over. Those small muscles will just stay weak. And that's when you often injure yourself. So, thanks, Patty. So the thing about exercising when you are in midlife, like when you hit where you got you're gaining weight and stuff, what used to work like running, walking a lot to lose weight won't work to lose weight in midlife. You're not going to lose weight doing that unless you're somebody who's quite obese and you haven't walked and you haven't moved for a long time. So when you start that activity, yes, you're probably going to lose weight, but you're going to plateau pretty fast, okay? What is needed in midlife is a couple different things. Strength training for sure. And you do not have to be at a gym, but a gym helps because you have a lot of different weights and equipment. You have the equipment plus the free weights. You can hire a personal trainer, and I highly suggest learning how to work out right. Do not go there and pretend you think you know the machines or the equipment. You're just wasting time. It's just wasting time, right? So really learn how to exercise right. When you get the proper instruction, then you can begin to do the exercises properly. Focus on the muscle you are using at all times. Work on feeling it contract, right? Do the exercises till it's kind of hard to do them. Like, ooh, this last few ones are really hard. Things like that. And so strength training, why? Because muscle burns fat as well as it shapes your body. So if you don't have a lot of muscle mass, you're going to get really sloppy. You're going to turn in here. because our back muscles get really weak. These muscles get tight. So you want to, right, strengthen your back. You're going to get soft everywhere, and you're going to kind of blobby and no shape, right? A lot of people think, well, I just need to run or walk. No, that's not going to shape your body. What shapes your body, what sculpts your body is strength training, okay? So it's pretty hard unless you're really skilled to do that at home, or you follow a personal trainer's suggestions and videos and stuff, and you can do that at home, right? So that is more about shaping, strengthening your body, looking like you're in good shape, feeling good, feeling fit, feeling strong. But actually, that'll help with weight loss. But when you have developed some strength within your body, right? Like you've done yoga, Pilates, you've done some of this strength training, then you can begin to do what's called HIIT exercises, HIIT, which is high intensity training. And why that works is it gets your heart rate up. Okay, it burns fat. It's anaerobic. So it doesn't just burn calories. So running, jogging will burn calories, but it may not burn the fat. Okay. So also why HIIT is good is it's high intensity. It's shorter workouts. So you go high intensity and then you go at a lower intensity, higher intensity, lower intensity. It doesn't take long. Your workout can be as small as 20 minutes, 10 minutes. So it's perfect for somebody who doesn't have a lot of time. And you start at where you're at, and you can work your way up to something more intensive for you. Never go from not working out at all to something crazy intense. And that's why, again, boot camps are really dangerous. So if you join a boot camp and you have not worked out much, and you're trying to keep up with the women who have done 20 boot camps before, right? That's a huge difference. That's where that's a huge cause of injuries. So let's give an example of HIIT training, okay? So if you think about what's high intensity, what is this HIIT training? Well, let's say if you are on a treadmill, just an example. Treadmill. You're walking on more of a flat level, okay? For let's say, well, you warm up for about 6 to 10 minutes, right? Then walk on a flat level for about 2 minutes. And then you can either run or jog for 30 seconds and then back off again and walk for about 2 minutes. This is kind of how you would start, okay? So that would be like that's where you're going off and on. The high intensity, the lower intensity, higher intensity, lower intensity. You can do it, let's say, this is what I do in a schoolyard. So you find a place to work out outside, right? You can do walking lunges, which really bring your heart rate up. If you don't think so, give them a try. Walking lunges to a place and then back to a place, back, right? Like 4 times or something, or twice, wherever you can start. And then just do a walk around the schoolyard for your lower intensity, right? So walking lunges and then a walk around the schoolyard. Walking lunges, a walk in the circle. Another one would be a walk around the schoolyard and then a sprint, a short sprint. A walk around the schoolyard, a short sprint. Things like that. So you're going from high intensity to low intensity. You could do like burpees. You know, look up burpees if you don't know what they are. Burpees, and then a stationary lunge or a split lunge. Burpees, and then like a split lunge where you're just standing in one spot and you're going up and down doing like a lunge thing, right? So high intensity, low intensity, high intensity, low intensity. Things like that. And you'll find your heart rate will get up really fast and you will sweat a lot. You will feel like, wow, I've had such an intense workout, even if it's only 15 minutes long. Okay. That is what really will help to burn the fat. That is more what works in midlife, as well as that is also working strength and building your muscles and stabilizing muscles. So when you're on a machine in the gym, you're just sitting in a machine, you know, those leg machines, and you're lifting your leg up and down. I see so many women do, and it's not even heavy, and they're flailing their legs around. Waste of time. Okay. But what also If it's not a heavy weight, it's not really doing anything. You're not using any of your stabilizing muscles, right? So you're not helping to build your core or your stabilizing muscles or your little ankle muscles. So when you stand, let's say, on the ground, like on a stable surface, and you're doing a lunge, right? You're working on your balance. Your ankles are a little like this, so they're helping with the stability muscles of your ankle are starting to get stronger and stronger. Same with if you do a side lunge or a forward or a back lunge. It's working your balance, pulling your core, pull up your pelvic floor, shoulders back and down, and really stabilize yourself, right? Feel your whole body in stabilization, that you're activating a lot of muscles. Don't tense, shoulders back and down, but activate muscles. Same with when you're doing yoga. So those types of things make a huge difference. And those types of things a lot of people don't know, especially when they exercise. And I see that all the time. If you're just moving your body around and you're not stabilizing anything and you're just pulling levers and you're pulling things, it's not doing anything. It's a waste of time. And I think that's why a lot of women get frustrated with gyms, because they're like, oh, I went to the gym and it did nothing and I didn't like it and I didn't feel anything and I didn't notice any difference. It's because you didn't learn how to do it properly, right? Big bang. Now, another thing about exercise in midlife, it's so important to, if you are super stressed all the time. So let's say if somebody has adrenal fatigue, or you're just like, oh my God, I'm exhausted when I wake up. I'm exhausted all day. I'm exhausted when I go to sleep. But I have this weight, this belly fat. I need to exercise to lose weight. So I'm going to go exercise. I'm going to wake up at 5 a.m. or 4:30 a.m. I'm going to exercise like crazy. Then I'm going to go to work, and then I work all day. And then I come home and I make dinner for my family. And then I got to clean up the house. And then I go to bed at 11 and I'm exhausted. Don't do that. Exercise should not be part of your day if that's you, because exercise is stress to the body, and your body doesn't know, oh, this is exercise stress. Right on. It just thinks stress. I'm exhausted. You're adding more things for me. I'm exhausted already. Enough, right? And you hit the wall, bonk. You get exhausted. It's not good for you. It actually will cause belly fat and more fat, because stress in midlife shuts down kind of like your metabolism. It slows your metabolism down. It actually slows down your detoxification also. You get a sluggish digestive system, drops your immune system, so decreases your immune system, causes inflammation in your body, and causes a toxic body. So stress is very, very unhealthy for your body. So when you are under consistent stress in your life and you're feeling tired, more tired than usual, and you're not sleeping well, I would say drop the exercise. And what you need instead would be more like walk in nature. So I still agree with moving your body, right? A walk in nature, maybe some nice light yoga sessions, or some stretching and core work, right? Like laying on the ground, doing some stretching, or doing some butt lifts or some abs, breathing, doing a bit of yoga on your own, some lunges. It's okay, that type of thing. But when you're breathing and connecting to your body, not forcing yourself to exert a lot of energy that you don't have, that's not going to cause any type of weight loss at all. Okay, so when you are under consistent stress, it's like, what would feel good for me, right? First of all, how can I begin to decrease this stress? Whether it's deep breathing, some yoga, some meditation, some walks in nature, sitting by water, having some tea, reading a book, having you time. Every day and certain times of day, connecting to your breath, connecting to your body, getting more sleep, getting more rest, taking some supplements, eating right for you, eating healthy. So the stress has to come down. And when your stress starts to regulate, come down, you begin to feel more alive, more, you're sleeping better. You have more energy. You're eating better foods. You're starting to feel really, really good again. Then you can start to bring in more intense exercise, but not until then, right? And I think that's what a lot of women, they don't know, because the food they're eating isn't working. So they think, I need to do a lot more exercise, right? And then when they do all that exercise, plus they think they're eating the right foods and nothing works, then it's really frustrating. Because you're like, oh my God, I'm doing all this. Like I've talked to women who have woken up at 4:30 in the morning, 5 a.m. They're doing tons of exercise. They go to work, on and on. All they tell me, all they do in a day. And then they also tell me what they eat, which is not bad food, but it's not enough of the right foods. And lots of times because they're so busy, it's grabbing things like maybe a flax cracker with almond butter, or an energy bar, or those shakes with almond milk and protein powder, and thinking that's enough, right? And that's not at all going to work. Not at all. That's actually going to have the opposite effect. You'll probably continue to gain weight, and you'll feel really tired, really sluggish, and your digestive system probably won't be very good, because that's not the type of food you need, right? Does anybody have any questions about exercise or stress or anything like that? And I'm doing my program. We're going to do the hormone reset and body, mind, soul reset. So what we do is it's 30 days, my program. And for 21 days, we're going to do the body, mind, soul reset. You're going to do the hormone reset. 3 days, you give up one thing like sugar. 3 days, you give up meat. 3 days, you give up dairy. 3 days, you give up toxins, preservatives and stuff, things like that. And what it does is it helps to reset your body, your hormones. And so then this will help to bring you into better balance. And of course, what we're going to deal with also is the stress. You're going to each live video we do a little bit of a meditation. So you'll learn right away how to do a really quick, nice, beautiful breathing and meditation thing that brings your body, like really the stress response way down. Doesn't take long. And I give you audios and all that. So you're going to be learning some stress reduction techniques that are easy and things you can use throughout your day. And you will be doing those things. So developing those habits as well. Yes, I can help you with exercise if that's what you want help with. When we're in the Facebook group, that's where it takes place, private Facebook group. We have 2 live trainings like this, but they'd be specific each week according to exactly what the women in the group need help with. Okay. And I give you the exact information you need on those videos. The recordings are always there. You can send me information ahead of time if you can't be there live, right? So they're very interactive. And it's really about bringing your body, mind, and soul or spirit into better balance. Because often you're working on one thing, maybe the food or the exercise, but not on the other things. And so when you don't have that body, mind, soul all in alignment, your body does not come into better balance. It won't. In midlife, midlife is like a call to us. It's like knock, 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 right? You're at this age, you're at a crossroads in your life. You cannot get away with what you did when you were younger. It is time to really take care of you, right? Time for you, right? Boundaries. Talking about setting up loving, powerful boundaries, right? How to honor your body, how to honor your soul, right? What does your soul want? What does your heart want? Connecting to your body so that you can sense what your body needs. And that could be certain foods. That could be certain types of exercise. I can help you. And what I find works really good with exercise and moving your body is finding like I said, connecting to you and figuring out, oh my God, this is the exercise. This is the movement that works best for me. And it can be something different every time you exercise, okay? The way I exercise and help women exercise is you're not going to force yourself to do something you hate. You're going to discover, even that day, oh, this would feel really good for my body. This would feel really good. So this is what I'm going to do, right? How you make it a lifestyle, how you make this healthy eating, living, exercising a lifestyle is by doing what feels right for you. And that's what you will learn, right? Because when you force yourself to do something that doesn't feel good to you, you're never going to stick with it. You're just not. Oh, hi, Linda. Yes, for sure. And you're, of course, because of injuries you have and stuff, you have to do specific exercise. And that's another thing. You can work around injuries. Like sometimes women say, I can't exercise because I got a bad knee. And I'm like, that's it? You have a bad knee? There's people who are skiing and doing amazing things and they're missing a leg. Like, come on, right? Like, stop the excuses about these little things that are stopping you from exercising or moving your body. I don't even like, sometimes I just usually say moving your body, right? I like to say, how are you going to move your body today? How are you going to honor your body today? What you eat, how you move your body, how you talk to yourself, right? How you think about yourself, the things you allow yourself to do. And I hate saying that word allow, but it's like too often women don't allow themselves to do things that they really want to do, that brings them joy, because, you know, you may say things like, well, I don't have enough time, or I can't because I have to do this for other people, or if I do that, I feel really guilty and I feel really selfish. You know, all those types of things, right? We got to let go of all of that. And in midlife, this is the phase that's telling us you got to kind of switch things around. Your body's changing. You got to change. And change is hard for some people. I'm always willing to change. I love for change. I'm like, hey, what next? What can I change, right? And it's not like I'm not happy. It's not like it's that I like change because I like new experiences. So a way to think about this is, wow, this is a new experience. Like, I get to experience something different now. And it stopped holding on to what we used to be. So I used to be very muscular. I had lots of injuries, and I'll tell you why. I worked out like crazy. I never really honored my body. I just wanted to look the best, and I was addicted to working out with weights. And every time I got injured, I wouldn't let myself rest long enough. I'd get right back to the weights. I thought I'd lose muscle in a day or two. It was crazy. So I overdid it. Therapists would always tell me, you need to rest. You cannot work out for a while. You have to give this a rest. I wouldn't listen to them. I'd be back in the gym. I'd be hurting myself again over and over and over again until my body finally said enough is enough, and it bonked out when I was a personal trainer. I was doing adventure racing. I was doing my own training 5-6 days a week for sure. Plus, I was working out in our gym. Plus, I was working out with clients. So I did not have a break ever from working out. And I looked amazing, and people went, wow, that woman is amazingly fit. That was my identity. I used to do mountain runs, and I was known as like this super fit girl who was, you know, did all these things. So I chose to be that. I had a group of friends that were mountain bikers, kayakers, runners, all of that. That was my life. But then my body died. My body, literally, I couldn't do anything. It blew up. Like, my back, my hips, my neck, my shoulders, bonk, like extreme pain, lots of headaches. So my identity had to change. And this is a big thing, right? So this is part of what happens in midlife. We begin to look different. We can't do all the things we used to do before. We can't eat what we used to eat before. Our body starts to change. Our clothes fit differently. We begin to look differently. Our hair is differently. Our hair begins to act different. We may start to fall out. It thins. I can't wear my hair longer anymore. It gets thin and ratty. All these things happen, right? Gray hair maybe. And so it's like, instead of trying to hold on to what was in the past and get upset because it isn't there anymore, you know, I had to realize that that is not making me feel good. And thank goodness I'm somebody who has many, 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 many passions and things I love, that it was just like, what can I discover next? And that's what led me to raw foods, to really healthy foods, to healing foods. And then I became a raw food chef, opened up a little restaurant with some people and worked there as a chef. So I did things, right? Like I found my new passion in life, and that was food and nutrition and health. And I became super healthy, lost all my weight, tons and tons of weight, and really thought, oh my God, you can lose weight in midlife. You can, like, oh my God, you can feel better. You don't have to suffer. You don't have to feel crappy. Oh my God, this is amazing, right? And then I started helping women through the midlife phase, because I found what worked for me. And that became my passion. And sometimes I look in the mirror and I see someone I'm so different than I used to be, right? And yeah, it's just this constant thing of like letting go, but also having something for you now and in the future you can get excited about. I've joined Healy. You guys might have heard me talk about Healy, which we don't have it in Canada yet. It's an energy frequency device that is the most amazing thing. I can't even tell you. It's going to change everything. If you haven't looked it up, Healy, lots of YouTube videos on it. I'm a distributor. So if you're interested at all, get a hold of me, because I don't get a commission now because I can't buy it. I'm Canadian, but at least you can be on my team if you want to buy it. If you want to come in it's just amazing. It's so amazing. And yeah, so and then I've also joined a group about business, growing a business, and that I'm totally passionate about this group of people who are really into self-development, personal growth, spirituality, all of that. So it's really like, what can you find for you too, right? Like this is really what I love to help women with is you got to be excited about something and you got to let go of the past and what was, and don't mourn it, and don't, try to go back to what that was or back to who you were and be so disappointed with who you are now, right? I know what that's like. You don't need to stay in that, right? That will never serve you, right? It will never serve you. So if you need to cry, shout, slap a pillow, get mad, like that, why you can't be that old person again, why you can't be in that shape anymore, why you can't do those things anymore, you got to do that, but then you got to let it go. And I make jewelry. I make all my jewelry. I just bought some more beads today, so I'm excited. I have many, many passions. Pottery is another passion of mine. So find something that makes you feel really good. And the thing is, when you feel good, you do good for yourself, right? When you feel good, when you're happy, when you're excited, you treat yourself better, you eat better, you exercise better, you move your body, okay? So Body, Mind, Soul Reset, my 30-day program, seriously going to be amazing. 222 right now, 222, it's going up to 267. We can work on all of this stuff. It's really about you finding you again, what you want, what feels good, true to you, how to honor your body, mind, and soul. Give yourself permission to do that. Be around supportive women who are all doing that. Get guidance from me. Yeah, that's what we're going to do in this 30-day program. And again, Linda can attest, once you start eating right for you, you start to feel amazing. Linda's my one-on-one client. In a very short period of time, she's noticing huge difference. And I can't tell, all my clients do. Does not take long. If you think, oh, I'll never notice a difference in 2 to 3, you will notice a difference. In 4 weeks, 30 days, you guys, you will notice a difference. You will feel way better. You will feel way better. I've worked with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of women through this phase. And yeah, exactly, Linda. And, don't waste any more time hunting around and trying to figure it out yourself if you haven't figured it out yet. Oh my God. Seriously. I cannot stress it enough. Okay. But so that's Body, Mind, Soul. You'll look in the Women Creating Healthy Lives. I have the link for that program. You'll see a big graphic with Body, Mind, Soul Reset, or 30-day Mind, Body, Soul Reset. Come and join us. We start September 28th. If you join now, we're going to start earlier than that. So you're going to get even longer in the program and more help with me. And you get all the recipes. See, she hasn't felt that as good in 4 years. And Linda, we've only had one call together. Linda, we've only been working together for maybe close to 2 weeks now. That's it. So, all right. I hope helped answer some of your questions. Go back and watch the beginning of the video if you haven't, if you just joined me, because I gave you some really good tips about exercising and about the types of exercise for you now during this phase of life. And message me if you want to work one-on-one in any capacity with me, or you're interested in my new 30-day program coming up. Feel free to message me. I'm here for you. Have an amazing evening. Post any questions you have, and also video suggestions. I'm always open for that. All right. Have an amazing. Oh, on my Facebook, on my webpage, dianamarchand.com. I have amazing free trainings. 3 Keys to Midlife Weight Loss. That's an incredible free training. Best I've ever done, ever. And then there's also one on prepping and planning to eat healthy all week. Okay, enjoy your evening, guys. Bye-bye.